I need to get the stream info. Send out issue notifications, and then we'll update the stream info. Doing good, doing good. I just forgot to update the stream info, so let me do that real quick. Pokemon Legend Arceus. That on there. Go. This. Off real quick. All right. There we go. All right. Stream is updated. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. I just accidentally clicked the wrong. I went live before I updated it. That's why it went. It won't change the. I didn't change any of it, but now it's fixed. But I mean, it won't. It'll still, the notification is already passed, so it doesn't do anything. But whatever. All right, now let me set up the other two notifications because I didn't do those yet. That and all right. Now here. All right. Now we can get into it. Doing all right. Doing all right. So, Cole, can I get a reminder real quick on what we're working on? Because I don't remember. I know Umbreon is on there somewhere, but I don't think it's next. Can't remember. Did we finish something, or...? We already, like, through here. Oh, was it Staraptor? It very well could be Staraptor. You might be correct on that. Good God, cool. Staraptor, then Umbreon. Okay, sounds good to me. First I should probably check and see what we need for Staraptor. Oh, we're already... Okay, so we need to catch more of them. We need to just knock them out with rock moves, and then we can move on to their moves. Alright. Now, where do I find good... Where's a good spot for a bunch of Staraptors? Just say, wait, I don't see Jay nowhere. Does it? Alright, sounds good to me. That's where we'll head then. Oh, that is the wrong camp. Fair enough. Yeah, maybe back in here there might be a couple. Fair, fair. Alright. There's one right there, so we can use that as a catch. It's in the air, but it will still count as a catch. Oh, look at that, we're on our game. Haven't played in 2 weeks and we still caught it first ball. Oh, look at us go. Oh, is it during the day only? Are we turning night? It's probably turning night. Of course it would be. Of course, yeah, okay. Normally I'm pretty good at remembering where all the spawns are, but I don't know. I just don't remember Staraptor River. I know there's one on like there's a single one out on like one of the islands out here in the middle of the ocean, but that's about the only one I remember. And I think there might be an area of them in the coastlands. Not the coastlands, in the Coordinate Highlands, but I'm not entirely sure. Like up on top of one of the mountains, I think there might be a couple of them there. Okay, don't need to this way. Up and over the hill now. High enough. Darn, almost. Alright. So I'm assuming they're probably up on top over here. I know down there is a bunch of moths. Okay, just a bunch of flowers. Barrels. I'm just seeing moths. Here, I know how to figure this out. 1 second. This. I want table all. How do I do that? Where's that at? Hide all. That did not help me at all. It only brought up one. No, I don't know. It's only showing like Pokemon spawns from the first area. This map is very outdated. Hold on. Pokemon Legends Arceus spawn map. Very rare. Rare. Cobalt Coastlands and Tranquility Cove, which is over here. There ought to be a better spawn point. Yes. Really? Wait, hold on. I'm not seeing any, like, hold on. Where to find Staraptor Legends Arceus? A couple spawn points in the field lands. Okay, there's a bunch of spawn points here, but they're all, like, singular flyers. Wow, okay, there's literally, like, not many spots for Staraptor. Staraptor's gonna be really painful, I can already tell. Alright, we need to go to Tranquility Cove. So we're gonna have to catch all the ones we see in the air. And then defeat all the ones we see on the ground. Like, that's the best way to do this, I think. We're literally only going to see a couple Staraptors total. For reset. This is actually surprisingly going to be annoying. That would explain why I don't remember many Staraptors. It's because they barely spawn anywhere. But I did find a map that shows where it's at. Yeah, I knew they were on this island, potentially, as a rare spawn. They're not even common. But, like, they're not even, like, guaranteed to be here. A Togepi. Instead of a Staraptor. Over here, we can also have a Staraptor. I think. Oh. Well, I honestly would have preferred a Staraptor. I honestly, I would have just preferred the Staraptor. Well, that didn't take us long. That was pretty fast. Is that like our 4th of this evolution line, or 5th? Alright, let's update the, wait, what the frick? What? Oh, hi, other Staravia. Hold on, alright, let me update the shiny to 44. There we go. Get out of here. There's no Staraptor here, so, like... Yeah, no Staraptor. There's gonna be one over here, potentially. It's very rare. It's literally listed as very rare. So odds are it's not here. But... Oh my god, it's here. There is actually one here. Alright, you're in the feed. Because I can catch the other ones. I need to make sure I have rock move on. Slide. Okay, and it is rock moves. It is rock moves. This freaking alpha is gonna be so annoying. But wait. Okay. No, god damn it. Really? I hate when it does that. It doesn't like when they're up on the hill for some reason. I don't know. It like, I don't know, it like messes with like the, how the game tracks how far away from the fight you are, I guess. Alright. We've defeated our third of 20. Oh, there's a second one. Wait, this one said very rare. We got 2 of them immediately? Okay. Hold on. Love to see it. Any more? Don't think so. I think it's just that little patch of them that have a chance. Alright, now we reset the area. And we do this multiple times, repeatedly. Over and over again. Until we've done all the research tasks. 3 Staraptors in that trip, out of the lot that we need. That is true, we could do that. But we also can't do anything with the flying ones, so... we may as well just catch the ones that are in the air, because we can't fight them. Alright, we'll catch the flying one over here. Oh my god, look at our 6 snipes. Got it. Hey, we already need, what, 15 taunts? actually that bad. The defeats will probably take us longer. I think back to this all talking Power World, and I'm just over here like, yeah, I played like the first island, and that's it. I beat the first boss, and then I was done. I'll get around to playing it fully eventually, but yeah, it is not anywhere close to being at the front of the backlog right now. Okay, no Star Raptors. And now we come over here again. Yeah, no, we have too much stuff on our backlog. It'll be a while before we get to that. I'm still debating how I'm going to get around to Sea of Thieves, because after our talk the other day, I really do want to get to it while the servers are still active. It's just going to be a matter of finding a group. Oh boy. Not a single Staraptor. Oh, don't worry, you won't have to pester me. I'll play it. I'll play it as soon as it comes out on PlayStation. That's basically what I'm waiting for. Wow. Okay, so we caught one. Oh please! Guys, I platted Temtem. It cannot be any worse than Temtem. Temtem is a literal Pokemon MMO that was dead as nails, and I had to plat that. I had to plat an MMO that had no players. It also required me to find a shiny, and also required me to have a 6 IV Pokemon. Like, there was some bullshit in that trophy list. Well, right now, the achievements are actually bugged in multiplayer, I found. You have to play single player for achievements on Steam. At least they were when I played at launch. They might have fixed it since then because they've had a few patches. But yeah, I was playing on a server with June, and we could not unlock achievements. I had like 40 pals in my decks, and then I only had the achievement for 10 because I had got that in my single player world beforehand. Yeah, hopefully. You know what we need? We need a Staraptor outbreak. Can we... Wait. Hey, Cole, are there Staraptors in any of the outbreaks, or is it just Staravia? And we'd have to upgrade to Staraptor. Like in the mass outbreaks? Regular Staraptor outbreaks, but not massives. That figures. Well, maybe we'll get lucky. I still remember at the launch of the game, they had... I remember testing an exploit for shinies, which, I mean, is completely pointless. You don't need an exploit for shinies in this game. They're so freaking common. And I released a shiny afterwards anyways, too. I just wanted to see if it worked. And to do it, I decided to do a Hazui and Zorua. Of course. And I sat there for like half an hour just loading and reloading areas to get a Zorua outbreak. Like a normal one. Hey Jay, how's it going? Alright, now that we caught that... Can we get some on land, please? Like, please. I need to get some on the ground. You raids. Scarlet and Violet raids are shit. Absolutely awful. Hello, Staraptor. Hey, me. Oh, that was the second island. Yes. Alright, we've gotten two rock slides on the Staraptors this trip. That's very good. That's very good. We're up to 6 of our 20. They just had a big update there, or just a couple of days ago. The frickin' shoutouts and story ideas. We don't care about those. Alright, reset again. I did not think Staraptor was gonna be this tedious. No, it's like 30 bucks. It's... Oh, the update's free. Yeah, the game is like 30 bucks. Yeah, the update's free. It's actually a very large update. I was surprised. It's very funny. You'll see a huge company like Microsoft be like, huh, this year in Minecraft we managed to add 1 new mob and like 20 new items. And meanwhile, then there's Terraria. And they'll just dump 4,000 new items, 3 new boss fights, like 17 new armor sets, 20 new furniture sets. And then now here's this POW world. Whole new island, adds a bunch of new POWs, adds a bunch of items, increases the level cap, adds PvP arena mode. Like, adds dedicated Xbox servers. It's very embarrassing for Microsoft, honestly. I still love how every time they put out a Minecraft update, there's this guy on YouTube who will just be like, yeah, I programmed this entire update in a day. Like he'll just go on there and he'll be like, all right, so here's the changelog list of everything they did. All right, let's see how long this takes me to redo from scratch. And he'll just go out and make a mod that adds everything they added to the game from completely by hand, and he'll finish the entire update in like 24 hours. That it took a team of like 50 like game devs a year. It's very telling. It just shows how bullshit the mob votes are. Those still piss me off to this day. The frick. Hey. No. Frickin'. Alright, no, we're not doing this. Get in the ball. Just to get you out of here. I don't even want to catch you. I just want you gone. Yeah, it's very impressive. Well, it also helps that they went from a small dev team to suddenly having like over $100 million to work with. Like, let's be real. They had what, 30 million sales, and it's a $30 game. Like, they have bank they can work with now. I mean, of course, a lot of those, I think, that was a lot of Game Pass players too, but I think 10 million are confirmed Steam sales. So that's already $100 million just to work with. That's a lot more than they were working with before. So suddenly they can expand their staff and have a bigger dev team. And money is power in game dev. Okay, nothing here. Come on, game. Oh my god. This game is like either being nice and generous with the Staraptors or just refuses to give me any of them. A lot. A lot's left for Staraptor. We're gonna be here a while. This genuinely might take the entire stream. Especially when we have trips like this where we don't have a single Staraptor for the entire visit. I mean, we got the one we caught in the air. But, yeah. Hey! I am more likely to drink if you don't demand it of me. If you had just said that hydrate, I would have had water. But now that you're demanding it, I will not. I'm not thirsty enough. Ah, see, there we go. Someone knows how... See, someone understands. Was that so hard? Oh wait, can there be Staraptors on this side too? I didn't even realize that as a possibility. Yeah, I bet there can. There's no Staraptors over here. I bet all of these have a chance to be evolved ones. Nope, Staraptor. Hello! Got him. Alright, we're at 7 of 20 with rock moves. Or just go backwards. Oh, right. Hold on, it's nighttime, we need to change it to daytime. You know, cool, all of your emotes, they hold no power here. Even if one of those is my emotes, but they're just not server emotes. Or they're not stream emotes. They hold no power. Your fire sword means nothing to me. I am not afraid. God, I need to play Pokken more. That's all that Shadow YouTube did was just remind me that I need to play Pokken. I have actually never beaten Pokken. What am I doing? I'm just up here. For some reason I think we need to go up and over, but no, we do not. Nope, nothing there. It's the same game. It's just a port on the Switch. Although, to be fair, the Switch version does have... Well, yeah, the Switch version has a bunch of characters. So, okay, so Pokken's weird. It was a Japanese arcade game that they put on the Wii U. So, in Japan, they updated the arcade cabinets, like, every few months, and added more characters. So, while we had the Wii U version, they had, like, actual, like, Pokken tournament, like, arcade cabinets. And they just kept expanding the roster. So when they did DX, they just gave us all the characters that they added to the version over there. So they basically just ported the updated version of the arcade version over here for DX. But yeah, I remember being like, holy crap, they added Blastoise to Pokken. And I remember being so second, like, man, they're adding like Darkrai. I want Darkrai. Why can't I have Darkrai? But no, then they eventually gave us all of them. That could be a stream game eventually, too. I say that like every single game we bring up isn't like immediately a stream game. Like, let's be real. There's very few games I would just be like, no, I don't want to play that on stream. Alright. Yeah, even though we had free games. We had Battle Revolution and the 2 Pokepark games, which, I mean, let's be real. Who here would love a third Pokepark? I would be completely down with a third Pokepark. That can go on the list of oddball Pokemon spin-offs that deserve another game, along with Pokemon Snap that finally got its second one. And to be fair, new Pokemon Snap is great. We love new Pokemon Snap. I've never beat that either, but I've gotten very far. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I would be happy just with a port of Conquest. Let's be real, there's so much freaking content in that. I paid $100 freaking for my copy of Conquest. Because I kept getting pestered by Mimi in the Discord server to play Conquest. So eventually I just said screw it. I'm at the retro game shop and they have a copy for $100. I mean, they sold it to me for $90. They did give me $10 off. They usually do. They usually highball their prices. And then if you're interested, they'll lower a bit most of the time. At least my one is like that. They usually will just usually just throw in free shit all the time when I'm buying stuff there. I'll like buy like 12 games and a couple of amiibo, and they'll be like, all right, well, you can have like the 3 cheapest items you grabbed for free. Like if I buy like a stack of amiibo, they'll just be like, all right, you can have this $15 amiibo for free. I don't care. Like, I won't even, like, be like, hey, can I have a deal? No, they'll just do it. Also, God, our luck today is not great. Oh, Chucky, don't get me started. Chucky, you don't want to know. You don't want to know how I am with Amiibo. Oh, God, you had Yarn Poochie? Oh, dude. Oh, I still don't have that one. That one's freaking expensive, dude. I feel bad for you. That is an expensive-ass Amiibo. That's like an $80 Amiibo. I have all 3 colors of standard Yarn Yoshi, but I did not get Poochie. Does anyone have the giant-ass Mega Yarn Yoshi from Toys R Us that's worth like $200? Like, one of these days I'll get it. But, yeah, it's so funny that they made this giant-ass Yarn Yoshi. Yeah, that's really unfortunate that you lost the Poochie. I have my QBBY, and that's the only amiibo that matters in my life. My stupid $400 white square. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't have a way of showing over the stream, but yeah, you should see my amiibo case. I literally have a showcase full of amiibo, and I have, I think 75% of every amiibo that they've ever released. I'm trying to get the full set, but I'm at the point where it's getting trickier to track them down with my income anyways. Because most of the amiibo I'm missing are now getting into the pricey range. I mean, there's a couple, like, lowball ones that I have, that I still have on the list. Like, there's a couple, I think, like, oh, what's an example of one? Like, Duck Hunt. I don't have Duck Hunt yet. And he's only, like, $10. So I could get him whenever I felt like it, but I just haven't yet. I'm going through the remaining Smash Bros. Ones in order by character number. And I have everything up through, I have the original. I have all of the originals and the Echo Fighters type them. So Dark Samus and what's the other one? There's two in there. Or is it just no? Maybe it's just Dark Samus. Oh, I don't have Pac-Man either. Yeah, I'm missing Pac-Man too. He's also fairly cheap. I can't believe Sonic is expensive now. Like, what the hell happened there? The Sonic amiibo went from being like $6 to being like $45 in the span of like 2 months, and I have no idea why it suddenly got expensive. Like, it was so common for so long. That was like one of the very first ones I ever got. Was the Sonic amiibo. I need to get a new Morph amiibo. Mine has like blue paint all over the cape. I don't know why it's like that, but I got it at my retro game shop for like $5. It was so underpriced because of the paint on the back. And I said, hey, screw it. I'll buy it. I can replace it later. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, you wanna know what happened to me? I bought Magnamalo. And the big Monster Hunter guy, the big like Monster Hunter Rise monster, and he showed up, and I opened him, and it hit the base, and the literal amiibo like fell off the base. Like the glue hadn't stuck, so we had to like re-glue it into its base. Which actually was not hard at all. We just stuck glue into the little hole. And there's like a little, it's like on like a little, it's attached to like something that holds it up. So we just like shoved it on there and it worked fine. But yeah, it was a bit of a like annoyance. I'm like, how the frick do I get an amiibo that's broken in the box? Honestly, I should have left it sealed and broken because that would have actually probably been worth money. Like it was broken in the box. Really, I should have. I don't know why I did. I should not have opened it. Ow! Freaking Staraptor, let me get behind you, Jesus! Oh, there's two of them. Oh, you did get the, yeah, Nintendo Store stuff can, either mine, the Nintendo Store stuff for me is so weird because it'll get to like a warehouse like 2 hours from my house and then sit there for 3 weeks and then finally show up at my house. I don't know why it does that. It's always the same damn warehouse that it gets stuck in for weeks. I don't know what's going on with the staff there, but oh my god, they are so bad at their job. On the plus side, I've learned that Pokemon Center has one of their shipping warehouses right next to my house. So every time I order something there, it shows up at my house 2 days later, without fail. It's so funny, and it's so nice. Like I bought that giant ass Sprigatito, and it was at my house 2 days later. Like I was just laying in bed, and I just got a notification that my package had been delivered. I hadn't even got a notification that it had shipped yet. It just kind of showed up. I swear they just had like an employee drive it directly to my house or something. But hey, I would never complain about ridiculously cheap, ridiculously fast shipping. Oh, there's one right here. Triple Staraptors, let's go. I've never ordered a game through their website. Oh yeah, no, that would piss me off. Yeah, I would never buy from them again if that was the case. I would never buy a game from them again. I would specifically, like, contact support and make sure I got a refund because I don't do digital copies. Yeah. No, that's bull. That reminds me of buying a bunch of games off of GameStop's website that were all marked as sealed, and when they showed up, none of them were sealed. And one of them wasn't even, and one of them was literally disc only. That pissed me off so bad. There was like some big sale going on. They were like cleaning out inventory. And I just bought, and they like had a bunch of PS4 games for like $5 each. And they were all like supposed to be new. They were all listed as new, not pre-owned. They were all technically new. They were like games where they opened the case for display. I got like all the display cases where they put the extra disc aside to show so they could put the case on their shelf. So they were discs that hadn't been played, but they were not new. Like legally, they've already gotten in trouble for that bullshit before. I don't know if you guys have heard about the Xenoblade Chronicles and Metroid Prime Trilogy lawsuit against GameStop a while back, but oh my god. Yeah, they've been caught in this bullshit before, in a different way. I don't know if you guys have heard, but back in the day, before Xenoblade Chronicles was a $20 Wii game, it used to be an $80 Wii game. And Metroid Prime Trilogy is still a stupid expensive game. So, what did GameStop do? GameStop went and paid a company to reprint the game. Nothing wrong with that. They were still official copies. They were still from Nintendo. Like, they did the exact same. There's no difference. And it's not like they're fake or anything. They're actual official copies. The problem was, they did this, and then instead of selling them as new, they broke the seals on every single factory-sealed copy of Xenoblade Chronicles and Metroid Prime Trilogy, and sold them as pre-owned. Why would you sell a brand new game as pre-owned? Because pre-owned copies at GameStop at the time were $99.99 and not $39.99. So they reprinted games, broke the seals on them, and then sold them for ridiculous prices that this game was going for at the time because it was rare. And they did this just to extort people, and they eventually got caught. Some guy went in and was questioning them, and went around and then he looked around the counter, and underneath the register there was just like stacks of those two games, but they would put them out like one at a time to make them look like they only had the one pre-owned copy. No, they had literally like 30 copies of the game behind their register that they were putting out one by one for ridiculously high prices, despite the fact that it was a brand new game. And that's actually illegal, by the way. That's why they got sued. That was getting around consumer law about the suggested market value that they put on stuff. Like they can't go above that price. I don't think. I think that's how that works. And but by pretending they were used games, they could sell them for whatever the running market value was, which at the time was around $100. But yeah, that was the whole thing at the time. I got my Xenoblade copy for $40. It was between when it was $100 and where it is now at like $20. I'm perfectly fine with paying $40 for it. That was long before Xenoblade Definitive Edition came out. Plus, my copy is in remarkably good condition. I still think the Xenoblade Chronicles Wii disc is one of the best discs they've done. Like, it's a really cool design. It's just the sword, but like the clear circle in the center of the sword is the circle in the middle of the disc. It's really cool. I love when they use that ring. I love when they use the empty hole in the middle of the disc cleverly like that. It's probably my favorite game disc. But yeah, no, I ordered I think 15 games, and of them only 2 came sealed. And one of them, I can't remember which one it is. I returned it. I didn't even get a new copy because he's like, I can try to find you a new one. I'm like, well, no, I'm not gonna let you order me another one because clearly it didn't show up right the first time, and I literally don't want it if it's not sealed. And he's like, well, I don't know why they would do that if it was listed as sealed. And I'm like, well, I don't know either. And you're lucky that I'm just returning it and not deciding to be even pettier, because that's also illegal. You can't, that's false advertising. You can't do that, but. Oh well. wasn't the end of the world. I got a bunch of, a couple of the games I got. I did get lucky. One of the games that did show up sealed of the two ended up being weirdly expensive. I don't know why this was in their sale for $5, but I paid $5 for it, and that game is worth like $60. Ah, good, good, good. Yeah, it was Legend of Heroes. It was Trials from. Hold on. I'll grab. Let me catch this thing real quick. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. It's right above my head here somewhere. Yeah, it's the Legend of Heroes Trails from it's the Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. And it's the only two, it's one of 2 games of the 15 that actually showed up sealed. And it's this really expensive for some reason. And I looked into it, and like that whole series is weirdly expensive. And they release like a new one every year, and every single time it ends up being expensive. So I don't know what's up with that, but I'm just learning that if I see them at GameStop pre-owned, just buy them. Just buy them. I saw one there last time I was there, and I didn't buy it because I didn't know yet. But next time I'm there, if I'm just going through the pre-owned stuff, sometimes GameStop is usually very overpriced with all of their stuff. But every now and then, they just like will forget to update a game's value, and you'll catch them slipping. For example, you guys want to know what I paid for my Explorers of Sky copy from GameStop? It was loose, which kind of sucks. So I had to track down a case later, but I eventually did. Hey, I don't mind their Fire Emblem game. I'm actually running out of missions on it to do for points. I'm gonna be honest. I've almost ran out of missions to do. I've also been playing the Mario Run every week to grab more freaking platinum points. I'm gonna run out, and I don't know what I'm gonna do because I've been trying to get all of the icons, but they're too fast. They put out too many of them. Oh shit! Wait, I just realized it's nighttime. So my problem is I'm actually starting to run out of I'm starting to run out of levels. I'm on like I think I'm on like book 5, chapter 8 or something, of like 8 chapters. But you get so many freaking points out of that game. There are literally I think there's over 20,000 points available out of that game. It's insane. There's 13 chapters a book, and you get 100 points per chapter you finish. So it just adds up so fast. Oh my god, I literally warped back to change the day, and I just can't do it. Yeah, no, I've been buying all of the icons, even the garbage ones that no one ever uses. Like, in the Metroid Dread set, there's, like, a larva. Like, who's gonna use the alien larva as their icon? Man, I missed Nintendo Badge Arcade already. Can we get that again? Can we have Nintendo Badge Arcade back? But for, like, icons? That would be awesome. If you could, like, do a Badge Arcade, but you won your icons through the claw machine, instead of being, like, the marker, instead of being, like, icons for your home screen. I liked Badge Arcade. I mean, I know it was very, anti-consumer. You had to put a lot of money into it, but I never did. I never actually put money into that game, and I actually got a lot of, I actually had a lot of them. I would play it every day and do the extra, and do the badges, do like the daily badge machine, and I would get like 1 to 3 every single day, for like 3 plays. And then towards the end there, before they shut down, it used to be they would give you 2 free plays every day on top of that. So there were days where you could get the full $1, like 5 plays, in a day, and that was usually enough to clean out any machine 5 plays typically. So I had a few hundred. They had every damn Pokemon. They had an icon for every single Pokemon in the game, twice in fact, because they had the pixel versions and the and just like the Pokemon Global Link art. Yeah, it was insane. And it was very satisfying whenever you finished the board because a lot of them had like fancy art. And it was like you were like filling in the puzzle to complete the art. And then you got like a big it like got the big gold trim around the page once you finished that set. It was very satisfying to try to complete. It is something I really do hope we get another one of. I would love to get another Badger page. Like, I would love that to return. I just hope we have more customization in the Switch 2. One of the last things I bought on my 3DS, when I heard the shops were closing, I went and put a bunch of money on it. And I bought all of the Ace Attorney games because they had them all on sale for like $2 each. So I bought a whole of the Ace Attorney games, digitally. And I grabbed, I went and bought a bunch of just random themes off of the theme shop. I will probably never use any of them. I have one. I used one that I selected. But I bought like 15 themes. Just so if I ever get bored, I don't like go and regret. I bought every single... I basically went through and bought every single one that I thought I might eventually be interested in. So that once this... So that like in like a couple years, if I'm wanting to change it up, I'm not like, man, I wish I bought that one. Yeah. The Switch is dead. We're not gonna get nothing more on the Switch. It's crazy that they have a slide for themes, but they never did anything with it. That tells me they planned it, but maybe they just couldn't make them look good or something. I don't know. But I feel like it's very much clear to them that people want that on the Switch too. Street Path was cool. I didn't mind it, but it was also really hard to do a lot of the time for me. Like, I would Street Pass a few people, but I could never... I, like, wanted to do all the puzzle pieces. But I could never get people... I could never get new people. I just kept getting the same, like, 6 or 7 people around my town over and over again. And you basically had to go to events to actually fill those out. You can still Street Pass to this day. Like, that's still... I'm pretty positive that's still a thing you can do. But, God, you're never going to find nobody nowadays. You have to go to a convention to find anybody. And when you go to a convention, you'll probably still find... You'll probably still pass 50 people at a convention on Street Pass. People still bring their 3DS to those all the time. But back when the thing was, back when the thing was new, you would go to a convention, and you could just literally just sit there at your table and constantly just, like, go through people. Because you would have, like, 7,000 Street Passes in one weekend. Like, you would never get through them all. Yeah, man, that's one thing I forgot to buy at the end. And that actually still upsets me. Like, I went through and bought a bunch of stuff, but I forgot to buy those. Because they're not, like, in the shop. They're, like, you have to buy them through the game, and then it brings you to a page that's, like a private page. I would have bought all of those Street Pass minigames if I had remembered, but I just didn't. I forgot. And I'm upset about that now. I went on a shopping spree on the Wii U too, and I bought like a bunch of Virtual Console stuff, and it's actually very funny because most of the stuff I bought is now available through the Switch Online. Like I bought like Minish Cap and stuff. I did get Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks through it. Those games are great. We should play those on stream sometime. Maybe do retro achievements for them. I know they both have retro achievement sets. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know on that one. I wouldn't be against one on here because I don't have one yet. But Ah, yeah, when they're doubles, they're not nearly as interesting. Alright, what are we looking at right now? 2 more caught, and then we have to knock out 7 more with rock moves. So we just gotta catch this one in the air 2 more times. I really think what's gonna happen for Pokemon is I don't think they're gonna put them on the Game Boy app. I don't think they're gonna give you Pokemon for the lower tier. I think because if you look back to the 3DS, all the Game Boy games were like $4.99, but then all the Pokemon games were $9.99. Like they upped the price on those because there's no reason not to. They're very sought after and were definitely worth $10. So what's gonna happen, I think they're going to release a Nintendo Switch Online Pokemon app that's exclusive to the expansion pass members, and it'll have Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal on it at launch, and then they'll add Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald to it later. But yeah, I think they'll go to Switch Online eventually. I just don't think they're gonna be. I think the reason they haven't come yet is because they don't want to put them on the on the lower tier, which the original Game Boy is. So yeah, I'm expecting a new app, like the new 17 Plus one they just put out. I'm expecting just a Pokemon one. Jeez, of course. I swear the day cycles are so low. No, they're not saving. It'll come when it comes. People have been talking about Red and Blue Yellow being in the Pokemon Presents since they put out this original Switch Online. Honestly, I hope they don't do anything related to Scarlet and Violet, because I think there's nothing good in Scarlet and Violet. I'm so sorry. I think the only thing that's even remotely salvageable from Scarlet and Violet is the story, and obviously if it's a new generation, you don't reuse the story. So I think they just need to start over and pretend it never happened. Because they did not go in a good direction in Scarlet and Violet. The raids took a massive step back from what do you call it? From Gen 8. Like, we had like the raid adventures, and those were really fun. The actual raid battles were actually like functional. They were still kind of boring, but at least they worked. I'm still pissed off about the fact that you can just get into a raid in Scarlet and Violet, and it'll just sit there and not let you attack for 3 minutes, and then the game just runs out. And then it's like, oh, you lost the raid, you should try harder. It's like, no, maybe you should let me play the game and stop buffering my turns for 45 seconds between each move, and then wonder why I can't. Or let the enemy attack 7 times in a row while your guy, well, it refuses to give you a turn. It's like, come on, really? The problem is, I don't even like the open world. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I know it's their first try at it, but it's not a good open world. It's one of the most generic open worlds I've ever seen. It's just the same generic hills copy pasted over this island. Like I guarantee you, their world design took them maybe a week. Like they built the entire map in a week. Not even the towns suck. Like, nothing is memorable in the game. I don't remember any of the towns, because they're all just the same generic buildings copy-pasted over and over again. None of them have any unique features. Like, the only one that's even close is the advertisements in the Electric Town. But it's instantly ruined because everywhere else in the town is the same 1 to 3 buildings, just copy-pasted in a grid format. Like, that's coming off of Gen 8, where we had, like, the Glimwood Tangle, and then we had that like, Fairy Tale Village. Like, that was so cool. How do you go from that, and and working with the Switch and making like all these really cool, unique towns and 3D environments to that. Like, how do you do that? They need to hire Monolith Soft, is what they need to do. Nintendo learned quickly with Breath of the Wild that they probably were out of their depth with the open world, and they gave it to Monolith Soft. And Monolith Soft did what Monolith Soft does, and they made Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom's maps. Give Pokemon to them. Let them design the maps, and then you can design the game around the map. That's what needs to happen. Yes, they did. I want to look here. Let me look up a resume. Hold on. You know, Monolith Soft, the Xenoblade devs, they have carried the Switch lineup. Let me look up games Monolith. Hold on, let me just look up Monolith Soft. Go to the Wikipedia page. I'm sure there's a list on here of all their stuff they've worked on. So here, the games they published are all Xeno games, obviously. But support development. Here we go. Here's the list. They worked on Brawl, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I actually did not know that one. I don't know what they did in Brawl. They worked on Skyward Sword. They worked on Animal Crossing New Leaf. They worked on Pikmin 3. They worked on A Link Between Worlds. They worked on Splatoon. They worked on Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. They worked on Breath of the Wild, obviously. They worked on Splatoon 2. They worked on Animal Crossing New Horizons. They worked on Splatoon 3. And they worked on Tears of the Kingdom. They have been carrying the Switch generation. It is insane. They have basically been a part of every massive game on the Switch. They basically incorporated themselves into Nintendo. It's actually crazy. Like that's why people are like, everyone's like, oh, they should make their Xenoblade games on Xbox and PlayStation to make them more graphically intensive because the Switch is holding them back. And it's like, no. Like, Nintendo doesn't even have to buy them. I'm honestly shocked Nintendo has not bought them yet. And not, like, doesn't own the company. They just kind of trust them to do their own thing, and then they'll just, like, hire them as a mercenary dev team. Just go in and be like, alright, we need this done and this done. Here's some cash. Here's our vision. And then Monolith will just, like, do work for Nintendo. Yeah. I honestly do not believe Monolith would even accept an offer from Microsoft or Sony. I bet you they've even been offered money already. I would not be shocked if they've tried to be bought out by someone already. Yeah. No, we can't. Syed, no, don't say that, because that's what we got with BDSP. And we know what happened with BDSP. We got dog shit. They gave it to a Chinese spyware company. And we know how that went. Yeah, until they can get their crap together and pick an actually competent developer, then yeah. But no, yeah, that's the problem. The problem is the dev time. So I'm really happy that they pushed ZA back. And from the looks of things, it's probably going to be a. Hold on, let me look it up. I want to just look this up because Legends Arceus came out in January, right? And they haven't given any more info, so there's technically a chance that Legends ZA comes out in January again, and it's not actually pushed back, and it's bullshit. And they just made everyone think it was actually getting more dev time, when in reality, it wasn't. It was the same. It'll probably be on... I don't know. I don't think it will be. I'm going to be completely honest. I do not think it'll be on next gen. Because if you look at Nintendo and at Game Freak with console launches, they have always been behind. Every single time. Like, they always will have, like, an entire game come out well after a system is already out on the market. Like, we had Gen 5 games. Like, they had Black and White 2 came out, and the 3DS was already out. And we got... And then for a year, we didn't get a mainline Pokemon game. And they put out, like, Gen 5 spin-off games on the 3DS, like Gates to Infinity and Pokemon Rumble Blast, before we got X and Y. And then for the Switch, we got our first Pokemon game on the Switch in 2018, I believe. With Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I believe that was 2018. And they really... Yeah, it was. Because they released Ultra Sun and Moon was 2017. The year and the Switch came out in March. Yeah, we got Pokken and we got Pokken before we got Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And even Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was, like, obviously, like, a cheap spin-off-y title. Like, yeah, you can make the argument that it's main series, but in reality, it is more of a spin-off game. So yeah, I'm honestly not expecting... Like, there was a reason we had a bunch of Pokemon Stars rumors. Because everyone thought they were going to port Ultra Sun and Moon to the Switch, because, well, the Switch was already out, the game was made, they could just up-res it and put it on the Switch. Which, I mean, to this day, people still say that that was planned, and they canceled it. But, I don't know. I feel like it could go either way, if that was ever supposed to be a thing. Alright, this is the last one in the air we have to catch. Man, I still remember when Sun and Moon got announced. I was sitting in, like, creative writing in high school, and they had the Pokemon Direct. And I didn't want to put down and I was like, I'm not missing Pokemon Day. So I just, like, ignored class and pulled up YouTube on my phone and watched it in class instead of doing my writing assignment. And then they, like, announced Gen 7 in the middle of class, and I, like, had to, like, spend the entire class just sitting there, like, shaking in my seat, like, oh my god, oh my god. and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so good, too. But in reality, like, let's be real, Gen 7 only looks great because Gen 6 is aged like shit. Like, oh, look, Pokedex. Like, Gen 6 looks so bad nowadays. Everyone's like, oh, X, Y, and ORAS, I'm so nostalgic. No, you're so nostalgic because we're in that next generation now, which makes you feel old. But we're now at that point where kids grew up with X and Y and ORAS. Like Tara in the Discord. His first game was ORAS. So they've got a soft spot for it. But ORAS... See, I don't know how to feel about ORAS. It was okay. I am not ready to consider it good. XY was shit. I will die on that hill. XY was probably the worst generation in Pokemon. I will even go as far as to say Gen 9 beats Gen 6. And I hate Gen 9. There was nothing necessarily wrong with Gen 6, which I guess we'll give it a point above Gen 9. But there's nothing, literally nothing memorable in X and Y. Not a thing. I replayed it recently in a Nuzlocke, and I remembered nothing. Like, I went through the game, and I would be like, wait, holy shit, this guy was a gym leader? Like, it was just, oh god. I would say decent. I would not say good. My thing with ORAS is, I should link you something I watched. It was a very informative video, like, extremely informative. It's a 6-hour long video essay on ORAS that someone did. And it really just, and they just really went into a lot of the problems it has, and a lot of the good too. But like they went into every single aspect of the game, literally everything, from how Dex Nav works to how berry farming works to the different methods of shiny hunting. They went through everything. But the main thing that they kept having to come back to was that the game is so piss easy that you don't even feel like you're playing it. They hand out, it's so oversimplified from the original. Everything is made to be easier. And then they just throw a Mega Legendary at you and just hand you a Mega Latios or Latios. And the entire rest of the game is just free. You never lose. You cannot lose once you get that. Once you get that Eon, the game's over. The entire second half of the game is trivial, and it's not even worth it. That is my main issue with ORAS. Plus that, and obviously the art style being awful. Like the graphic design in that game, the visuals have not aged well. They tried too hard to force the grid format, and it just does not work. And in fact, I would go as far to say ORAS looks worse than X and Y, because at least in X and Y, while it was still grids, they still were a little creative with how they handled it to hide the grid. With ORAS, they literally just copy-pasted the Hoenn map, tile by tile, into the 3D, into the X and Y art style, and it just does not work. Now, I will say the Delta episode was cool. I liked the Delta episode. Zinnia is still a very good character, but it just shows that really they I don't know. I feel like they should have done more. The Delta episode honestly made me just the Delta episode ended and left me feeling like it wasn't done. I felt like there should have been more to it. I felt like it should have been more than like an hour and a half long. It should have been, they could have made a whole 20-hour story out of that. Like, I feel like they should have incorporated Zinnia more into the actual story. Like, yeah, there was like one little thing in Petalburg Woods where you see her dressed up as a magma grunt, or an aqua grunt, depending on your game. But that was it. And that was like your only like, oh, your hint that, oh wait, something's weird. This game's a little different. But then nothing goes different until you get to the primals. And I honestly, every time I play ORAS, I just feel like I kind of just leave feeling like I feel like I would have more fun playing Emerald. Not to mention that they cut out the Battle Frontier, which would have kept, if they put the Battle Frontier in there, and they just put it from Emerald into there, dude, that would have instantly gave me a reason to go back and play ORAS all the time. Hell, they could have saved BDSP by bringing the Platinum Battle Frontier in there. But they didn't. They just gave us the generic-ass Battle Tower again. So I never feel like playing it. I'll just go back and play Platinum then, and play the better Battle Frontier. Like, yeah, BDSP sucks, but if they gave me the Battle Frontier, I would have at least wanted to play that. Like, Battle Factory is still fun, even if the game itself isn't great. Like, who doesn't love a good who doesn't love Battle Factory? Oh, I even like some of the Platinum ones, like the Battle Arcade, where you like spin where it like will give you like random battle conditions and stuff. Yeah, it would have given it replay value, which is something that the game has zero of. Which, that's another problem with Scarlet and Violet that I have, is there's zero replay value. They make the whole thing of, oh, it's open, but in reality, it's not open. You're put on a set path. Dude, why am I doing that? I don't need to catch that. Shit. Oh, I'm dead. Oh my god. I got poisoned and jumped, and I couldn't call my mount because I got poisoned. But yeah, no. See, that's the main reason that's one of the main problems I have with Scarlet and Violet 2, is I haven't died once. One of the main problems I have with Scarlet and Violet is there's no replay value. There's nothing to do once you beat the game, and they're like, oh, well, just replay the game, but fight something. Yeah, wow, the 6-star and 7-star raids that no one ever plays because they're so shit. But yeah, no, seriously, like, you can make an open world game and be like, oh, you can do it any order you want, but no, really, you can't, because they didn't level scale. They did not level scale like they should have. So you're basically you're still forced along a general consensus, or say I want to go all the way to the end. I think RT Game did this when he did his playthrough, and he went to like the fairy area with like the level 50s, and then he went back and then fought the bug gym leader, and she still had like level 10s, and his whole party was like level 70. Like, that's not fun. That's not good open world. That's not replay value. That's just, well, I sequence braked. But, man, this is why I'm looking forward to ZA, because Legends Arceus did not disappoint me. And it really sucks that a lot of the recent Pokemon games have been disappointing me. Because I've never been disappointed by Pokemon until recently. Like, yeah, I know people whined about, like, Gen 7 and stuff. Oh, that's why I'm not getting any freaking Staraptors. I keep forgetting to change the damn time. I wish this game had an option to just stop the day-night cycle. Like, if I could just set it to day and make it stay day. Like, this pisses me off so much. Diane, hush. But yeah, I feel like ZA will. I will be very upset if ZA does not like catch me. It's gonna be I'll be very upset. I'll be actually kind of disappointed, and I'll probably not be as interested in. I'll also buy Pokemon games because I buy every Nintendo game. I collect them, so I'm gonna buy the games. But I won't be like. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I need to go day one and buy this game like I usually am. I'll be like, oh, I might wait for a sale and play the game if the reviews are good. Like, the trust will be gone. If CA does not sell well, I will no longer like blindly just buy the game and assume I'll enjoy it. Because the last couple I have not enjoyed. BDSP was and I got through it. Like, it was fun in the moment, but as soon as the credits rolled, I was like, wow, I really could have just played Platinum again, huh? Like, that was my takeaway from BDSP, was, I already own Platinum. Why did I play this? What did I get out of this game that I couldn't have got out of Platinum? And the answer was literally nothing. And Scarlet and Violet did not, it fixed things for me. This is why I just want them to port games. Like, they're gonna remake Johto again, but you can't beat Heart Gold Soul Silver. Like, Heart Gold Soul Silver might genuinely be one of the best mainline Pokemon games out there. There's a reason it's $200. Same with Black and White 2 being $200. Heart Gold Soul Silver and Black and White 2 are literally some of the best mainline Pokemon games out there. And I no longer trust Game Freak to remake Gen 5. I don't want Gen 5 remakes anymore. Nah, that's the problem, though. That's not a Heart Gold Soul Silver thing. That's a Gen 2 thing in general. They will not fix that, because they would have to rebalance the entire game. It would cause other issues. Unfortunately, I think we're stuck with that regardless. Yeah, no, I don't trust them to remake Black and White. I feel like we'll get more Ilka garbage. I don't trust them to, like, remake it and make it, and actually utilize the hardware to rebuild the game from scratch and make it modern. I don't think they will do that. I think they'll just blindly hand it over to another company and tell them, all right, here you go. You have 6 months to program this entire game. Like, to be fair, we can't even put all the blame on Ilka, because from what's come out, Ilka was ridiculously rushed by Game Freak. They basically told them, you have this much time to make the game, good luck. So, in the end, the game didn't even have enough time. And I believe there was a rumor, I don't know if this is true, this might just be people coping, but I remember hearing somewhere that Ilka asked about the Battle Frontier and Platinum content, and Game Freak specifically said no. Which makes no sense. I don't know why Game Freak would say no. Part of me feels like that's just bullshit that someone made up on the internet. But yeah, I would probably buy it because I love Gen 5. But it would be a I'm mad while buying this type thing. Like, I would feel guilty by buying the game. So what I've been rooting for, along with a lot of other people, is don't remake Gen 5 at all. We're going to get DS on Switch Online eventually. Port them all over then. We can just have ports for Black and White and Black and White 2. And instead of a remake, go and make Black and White free and finish the story. Like, yeah, Black and White 2 ends things off pretty okay, but there's still one giant hole that is that giant-ass original dragon. They can still make one more game out of Gen 5. We can get one more Unova game. Make Black and White free instead of a remake. Break the norms. And I'll be very happy. We're either going to get Black and White free, or we're going to get Legends Kyurem, and it'll be a Legends Kyurem game, which I think at this point Legends Kyurem is more likely. But I would love to see Black and White free. Mainly because I want to see N back again. Yeah. See, that's the problem. With ORAS, you at least kind of felt like, oh, it's kind of different. I mean, I'm getting something a little different out of this than I was in the original. Like, there's all this other content. Like, oh, they added Dex Nav, and oh, there's some extra cutscenes and dialogue every now and then, and they expanded on Wally's character, and they added the Megas, and they added the little Latios and Latios cutscene in the middle of the game, and all that stuff that kind of made it feel a little different. BDSP is literally just Diamond and Pearl copy-pasted, including the bugs that were in the original game. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, from what I can tell of BDSP, the game's code is literally copy-pasted. The only things that have changed code-wise are the underground, where they kind of tinkered with it a bit, the contests, where they made them significantly worse, and POW Park, which was changed to Ramanas Park. Other than that, other than that, there's nothing. Every other bit of the code is literally word for word the original game's code. From what people could tell. I mean, I don't think they've leaked the game's code, so we don't know for certain. But from testing, people have done all of the exact same bugs that were in Diamond and Pearl that were fixed in Platinum are back in BDSP. Like, I'm pretty sure you can do the out of bounds glitch in BDSP. I think. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you can. There's not much point to it because all the events were released naturally. again. So and the Arceus event was released in the first place. But yeah, from what we can tell, they basically just took Diamond and Pearl's code, slapped 3D models over it, and then tinkered with a few bits to change them slightly. And then that was the finished game. They also altered some movesets. I know a couple of the gym leaders actually are a little harder. That was the one thing in BDSP I was like, all right, okay, this is kind of neat. Was they did increase the difficulty on a couple fights. They gave bosses held items and they updated movesets. Like Cynthia has a Marvel scale Milotic holding a flame orb. I believe was what it was. It's something ridiculous. And I think her Garchomp is holding... I don't know what her Garchomp is holding. Yeah, they did remove the HMs. Yeah. But, yeah, overall, I don't know. We've kind of gone on a tangent about hating modern Pokemon here for a bit. But overall, I do have hopes for the future. The idea that they might actually give it some more time this time around is a very good sign. And I do believe that we are set for a late 2025 release now. Like, hold on, let me double check something. I could be mistaken on this. So we had the announcement trailer on February 26th. Oh, well, actually, no, hold on. There's still a chance. So, they released Pokemon Legends Arceus in January. They announced it in February, and we did not see the game at all until August 18th. That was the next time we saw the game, was August. And they still released it in January. So, unfortunately, while with Legends Arceus, they announced the date right away, there is still a chance they just dump a trailer on us in August and just say, oh, yeah, it's coming out in January. Like, they could do that. And all of our hopes and prayers are instantly bad. And everyone's sad and depressed because we didn't actually get what we were hoping for the whole time at all. Yeah. Honestly, BDSP, I feel like, only existed because people were begging for a Sinnoh remake, and Game Freak had the idea of Legends instead. But they figured people were going to still demand a Sinnoh remake, so they just handed it to some side company and told them to just do it. And it was obvious... Oh, second. I haven't had one of these in a while. Amber Alert. Oh wow, they actually gave a name. They usually don't. They said it was an Amber Alert, and they're like, the abducted children might be with this person specifically. So if you know where this person is, that was a weird one. I always at least try to read them. on. We haven't had a star. We're not having good star after luck, and it's really annoying. We still need to knock out 5 more. And we can't catch the one in the sky anymore. And the ones over here are just not wanting to spawn. We're having god-awful luck. Yeah, see, that's what pisses me off, too. I hate the fact that that was it. That they wasted it, and now we'll probably never get it again. Which, okay, well, to be fair, let's be real, they're gonna remake it again eventually. But the problem is, it'll be another 15 years, probably, before we get another opportunity. Because, like, they remade Kanto a second time, they're gonna remake Johto a second time, they're gonna remake Hoenn a second time. Like, it's gonna happen again. It's just a matter of when. We already got our second Basculin, so we don't need to go to this. Actually, yes, we do. We should still go check it. Because we want to get the other, try to get the other gender for the evolution. It's not really required. It's more of a bonus. But this is worth checking. Yeah, I do believe we're going to. We'll get another chance at a remake eventually. It just sucks that that was our hope, basically. We're gonna have to wait over another decade for another opportunity. We basically have to wait for BDSP to be out of the market and well into considered retro before they will be willing to try to get another one. Yeah. I will say I do believe that once Hoenn gets back to being remade a second time, people will instantly be on Sinnoh. Like, it won't be like I know everyone always, I know people were on Unova the second BDSP even got announced. But, like, it's mostly a joke. They're gonna get through Hoenn, and then immediately, people are gonna be like, alright, well, we need Sinnoh now, like, next year. Because people are gonna be craved for it, because the last experience with Sinnoh will have already been old, and it sucked. They're gonna be craving the good old days. Which the sad part is, by the time we get to a chance for a second remake, Diamond and Pearl might damn well be 35 years old. People who grew up with the game are gonna be in their... People who were, like, a teenager when they played are gonna be near 50. Like, that's just insane to think about. Oh, freaking finally. Like, 4 trips for Path of Star after. Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, at least it'll feel new then, right? It won't feel like just playing Pokemon Platinum again. It'll be a new game. You won't even know it's a remake. But, yeah. It's just it just sucks all around. On the plus side, I really do think, back on to spin-offs, I really do think we have a very good shot at Mystery Dungeon next year. Especially after Shiren sold above expectations. Like, yeah, it didn't sell amazing. It sold like 1 million copies. But Shiren is notorious for not even breaching a quarter of 1 million sales. Like, there are Shyren games that only sell 100,000 games in its entire lifetime. So Shyren breaching 1,000,000 relatively quickly is very good, especially because I don't think Gates to Infinity breached 2,000,000. It needed a super. Like, hold on, let me look up Shyren sales. Shyren 6 sales. Yeah. Within literally like 2 weeks of the game being out, they had already sold 200,000 copies in only Japan. Within like 2 weeks. Which is already outselling lifetime sales for a lot of games. You see, I'm on their website now. Shyren has a webpage apparently. I need to like translate because they're all in Japanese. You have the translate post button. There's no translate post button on desktop. What the frick? I was just trying to like check their latest one and see if they had like a sales update on here. Because the last sales update I can find on Google is like from months ago now. Honestly, I've told this before. I don't know if it's been on stream or not. But what do you guys want out of a new Mystery Dungeon game? Like, what do you think would be the new innovative thing they would do? I have a couple ideas. My main one, I will say in a second. I don't know what do you guys think would be a fun new feature that you think that you're surprised hasn't existed yet in Mystery Dungeon, or maybe you feel like it would just make things it would expand the experience a bit. Anything in particular? Oh my god, Cyan. See, this is why you should have had a Wii U. Because they sold Explorers of Sky out there for $10. I say that shit alone was worth a Wii U. They put Xenoblade on there, they put Metroid Prime Trilogy, and Explorers of Sky on there when they were all stupid expensive. See, you had to be like me and my brothers, and just be so utterly annoying that our parents caved and bought us a Wii U for Christmas. Oh man, you really gotta finish it. Do not make me stream Super. I will. And we don't even have... Again, that's another game I want to wait until we have Retro Achievement support on to stream. But I'm also willing to 100% without the... I'm willing to 100% that game without the Retro Achievement support. Damn you cool. It's not expensive. It's only like $30. Go buy it. Well, it's still ticking up in price. You need to get it now. If you don't rebuy it soon, it's gonna be like... It's gonna end up like Explorers of Sky in a few years. We're gonna... Like, all it's gonna take is one YouTuber making a video. Like, one popular YouTuber is gonna make a video like, Super wasn't as bad as you think. And it's gonna get like 6 million views. And Super's gonna go from a $30 3DS game to a $90 3DS game overnight. That's basically what happened with Explorers of Sky. It was like a $30 DS game. And then a bunch of YouTubers like had this weird trend where they all started saying how good Explorers of Sky was and how much they missed it. And people started to realize, oh shit, that game was amazing. And suddenly the game skyrocketed in value because everyone wanted to try it. And demand shot up. And everyone who already owned the game didn't want to sell it because, I mean, everyone who played it already had already known that the game was amazing. A lot of people very blindly say Super is bad because it's in the same art style as Gates to Infinity, and they just assume that it's like Gates to Infinity. And even then, I don't even think Gates to Infinity is bad. Gates to Infinity is a good game, it's just not as good as Explorers of Sky. Like, let's be honest, Gates was always going to be considered the black sheep of the series. Yeah, Super is freaking amazing. I love Super. I would go as far as to say it's the second best in the series. It's better than Rescue Team. Yeah, no. People like to. Oh my god, I hate the freaking nighttime. People say that the game starts out too slow. And yeah, there's a lot of hand-holdy in the beginning of the game, but like, it's really not that bad. I'm gonna be honest. It's really not. And oh god, I rested for a little while and not for the. Oh my god, I hate this so much. But yeah, people are mad because also in the first like third of the game, you're in school, like your character is in school, and people are mad at that because like, well, I don't want to be treated like a child. It's like, dude, you're in a village trying to blend in with the locals, and you're an unevolved young Pokemon. They're gonna put you in school. That's just how it works. And then and it was honestly fun. I honestly liked the school section because we had Esper, we had Deerling, we had all the school kids. They were all very fun characters. I liked all of them. Well, okay, most of them. I didn't really care for Shelmet specifically, but mainly because he was never there. He didn't do much. But they were all very memorable, and I really liked that. And then the second you're done with the school arc, the story just skyrockets into insanity. In typical PMD fashion. Oh my god. So can we, like, please get Staraptors? Yeah, guys, by the way, I am willing to do, if we want to do Super Mystery Dungeon, I am willing to play Super Mystery Dungeon on stream before Retro Achievements support, because that could be years out. Like, we can 100% on stream, and then I can just do the Retro Achievements off stream whenever they inevitably happen in a few years. Like, I'm fine with that, too. But it'll have to wait for a slow period because we're in our slow period right now and we're crammed with this. Once we get into the fall here, we're gonna be just one game after another, and we won't have pulls. We won't have backlog pulls at all. It'll be skyrocket through from one brand new game to the next brand new release. Yeah, honestly though, nah, don't listen to that. Nah. See, that's the thing I don't understand. Super has the second best story in the series. Like, let's be honest, people trying to say Super story are bad have nostalgia goggles on. Rescue Team, because those are the same people who are like, oh, Rescue Team had, like, the best story. Well, they'll say Explosive Sky had the best story, but they'll be like, well, Rescue Team was the second best. But then you look back and... Like, let's be real, Rescue Team didn't have a great story. Like, yeah, it's a good story, but it's not all that memorable. And it's also extremely short. Like, the entirety of Rescue Team can be beaten in the span it takes to get through the first arc of Super. Like, I think that's part of their issue with it, is they think it's slow, but no, in reality, the game you think is amazing is actually just a 5-hour story. This is what a 20-hour story looks like. It's gonna be 4 times as long. Why did I catch that? I didn't need to. I'm like desperate for Staraptors now. But yeah, no. In my opinion, those people have never. Those people who say that, have nostalgia goggles on. Super has probably the second best story in the entire series, behind Explorers. And even then, I'm gonna be honest, I have very high nostalgia goggles on for Explorers, and I will not even deny that. So there is a chance. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, Explorers might not be as great, but no, I do believe Explorers is probably the best one in the series, even with nostalgia glasses. But I can look past those and say Rescue Team is not all that great, story-wise. It's very short. The story is okay. It's interesting, but a bit generic. Super goes back into the more of the Explorers of Sky routes, in my opinion, with the story. It kind of goes a little darker, like Explorers of Sky did, compared to, like, yeah, there's a little bit of darkness in Rescue Team, but, like, wow, it's just that the townspeople got mildly annoyed at you and scared you off. Which, honestly, I don't really like Rescue Team's story, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Rescue Team's story is overly reliant on everyone in the story except for you being stupid. Like, think about it. The entire town, the entire conflict of the game happens because everyone in the town is stupid enough to fall for the local idiot, the local asshole's, like, story that he came up with. For no reason. Like, yeah, let's believe the guy who goes around and holds a grudge and steals people's mail. I'm sure that's who we should believe. And then without any evidence, they just all, like, pounce on you for no reason. And then even, like, this gold rank expedition team that has been, like, they're, like, celebrities that are, like, supposed to know this stuff. And there's an Alakazam on their team who is supposedly the smartest person in the world. Yeah, they fall for this guy. They fall for this guy's bullshit. And the story gets pushed along because everyone in the town is stupid and chases after you. Like, there is zero reason for them to believe Gengar over you at any point in the story. I don't care how much panic they're having, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, yes, I'm sure the little Eevee and Cyndaquil right there are the cause of the natural disasters that have been apparently happening for a lot longer than they've even been here. Like, that's something they don't even bring up either, is it's not like the natural disasters only started when you appeared and started your expedition team. Like, your partner literally says they've been happening for a long time now. Like, they started a while ago and they've been getting worse. Like, the whole story just doesn't make sense. There's fun stuff. I like Gardevoir. I like the, I like how they implement Pokedex stuff, so Ninetales is really cool. I mean, I'm biased, but still, I do like Ninetales. And I do like the post-game arc with Gengar, which I won't talk about because that's spoilery. It's one of the only things that a lot of people have not, I feel like a lot of people haven't actually seen in Rescue Team story. And I really feel like that part of the game should have been part of the main story and not the post-game. I feel like if they had extended it a little bit and put that post-game Gengar arc into the main game before the credits, that would have been a really, really good change. It would have made the story better, in my opinion. I can tell you what it is if you want. I can tell you what the spoiler is. And what happens in the post-game. It explains a lot of, oh, you have, okay. It explains a lot of what happened in the story. Oh my god, it's our last one. Holy shit. We're done. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it was his playthrough that really showed me how freaking short the game is. Like, he finished, I think his finale was like part 14. Like, for the credits. Like, I think he fought Rayquaza in like episode 14 or something. It was actually like so fast. No, there was 40. 43 episodes. Yes, that was 20 out of 20. We are finally done with the freaking attack quests. It took 2 hours. I mean, to be fair, we could have been more efficient. We were talking and I was distracted for a lot of it, but still. Finally, 40 air slashes, 40 brave birds, 15 strongs. Let's go get this done. Yeah, that's pretty much how a lot of Mystery Dungeon is. Even Super. Like, Super is 20 hours of a story, but after the credits roll, you unlock, like, another 60 hours of content. Like, 100% of that game takes, like, 100 hours. Which, I mean, to be fair, 100%ing Explore Sky takes also, like, 100 hours, and it's also a 20-hour story. But, yeah. Man, I really hope we get Explorers DX sometime. We will immediately... You will not... Like, guys, if we get Explorers DX, I promise you what will happen is we will buy... I will not only play the game on launch day, I will start the stream at, like, 10 a.m., and it will not stop until 10 p.m. Like, we will not be 3 hours streaming that shit. That shit, I will not be able to play only 3 hours of the game. Super is a lot of requests, but, like, it's not actually any different from other games. Like, yeah, there's not much story there in the post-game for Super, but there is a lot of, like, little fun things. Like, you have to track down legendaries, and then there are all their dungeons and all that. Okay, so you guys want to know what happened when Super came out? It was brand new. I bought the game. I went to an aunt's house to spend the night. I don't even know why. I think she just wanted to. I think she just wanted us to. I just think she just wanted to hang out a bit with me, so I agreed to go to her house. And the game came out. It just happened to come out on that exact day. So on the way there, I bought the game. I stayed up all night long. And when my parents picked me up the following morning, the credits rolled in the car on the car ride home. I am not kidding. I reached the credits of a 20-hour game under 24 hours after I bought it. Like, my parents really looked at me and went, "You beat that already?" And they were like judging the game. They were like telling me that I'm like, "You really shouldn't have bought that. That game probably must not be all that great if you beat it already." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a short game. Yeah." Just like not mentioning the fact that I had actually played it for like 18 hours already. Like, I did not put that damn game down, start to finish, until I had beaten it. And I guarantee you, I don't know if it'll be the same for Explorers, for a remake, but if they have ever put out a brand new one, it will be the same way. I will start the game, we will probably start a stream, and I don't know when we'll end the stream. I literally cannot tell you, because it'll just be whenever I'm bored and ready to put it down. Because I will not be able to limit myself to any time on a game like that, because I will be too tempted to play it off stream, and it will just upset me. If I'm, like, sitting here like, oh, I played for 3 hours, I can't play anymore today. No, it won't work. So, if we get into stuff like that, probably Legends are... it'll probably be the same way for Legends ZA on launch day. I'll probably start the game early in the morning, and we'll play for, like, 7 to 8 hours. And we just won't have, like, a schedule for the first few days, because, I don't know. In those opening days, I like to play I play a lot, and I won't be able to just be like, oh, I can only play this much today. Like, yeah, I know some people will be like, all right, I'll stream the scheduled time, and then I'll make an alt account, and I'll play through the entire game in my free time. But that's not fair. That's not fun, because then you get spoiled off camera for all the fun stuff, and then on stream, your on-stream playthrough ends up not being as interesting. Like, I remember, I think that happened with A-Drive. I used to watch him. He's like a shiny hunter who used to be a shiny hunter. I don't know what he does nowadays. It's been years. When Ultra Sun and Moon came out, he did that. He played through Ultra on stream, like a couple hours a day. But he also played it off stream. So when he got to Ultra Necrozma, which is like the biggest twist of the game, he had to like pretend to be surprised by it. Because he had already played through the entire game. And it was, like, so obvious that he already knew it was there. But yeah. All right, let's get to the field lens. We have an hour. We can get through. We can get through Staraptor. Let's make this work. That would help if I actually got the Staraptor, but Glaceon, you're my one out of the box, aren't you? So I need to actually like put you back. Yes, let's not forget that. That's not even Spectre. Why is this random ass Zoroark in our team? We have. It's not the one out of our box either. I don't know what this one is. Alright, let's just release it. Might have came out of an outbreak or something. We just had an empty spot in the party at the time. Hey, there's Spectre. I don't know what the frick that Zoroark was. What happened to our Rotom? I hope I didn't release that. I needed that. I was gonna put it in the form decks. Okay. So Explorers of Time and Darkness came out like Red and Blue. And so think of Explorers of Sky like Pokemon Platinum to Diamond and Pearl. What the frick? I just got a second Amber Alert. Oh, it's for the same person. Wait, there's a third kid now. What the frick is going on? Goodness. It's the same they listed the same name. Yeah, no, Sky was like the Platinum. So Sky basically added story. There's like an extra story bit onto Sky. And they also added like extra features and a couple more Pokemon. Yeah, I don't know what the frick's going on. It was the same name, and they like the first Amber had two kids listed, and this one has a different kid listed. I don't know what the frick's going on there. I didn't actually grab Staraptor, did I? But yeah, man, you missed the Explorers of Sky streams, which is really unfortunate because we've already done it now, and I mean, while I would be down to play it again, I'm not really willing to play it on stream again, not quickly, anyways. Yeah, no, it's the Explorers of Sky is more of a it's all one story. Yeah, we could do DX sometime on stream. And honestly, I would be fine with doing Explorers of Sky on stream again sometime. Like I literally look, I said, look, I literally so it's we can do it whenever. Like I have the DS game set up right there. It's one click away. So like we could do it again. Guys, don't tip me. I will play Explorers of Sky again. I do not need reasons to replay that game. I've beaten it 20 times. And people are like, oh, you're exaggerating. No, I am not exaggerating. I've actually beaten the game 20 times. Oh, yeah, no, like I said, that'll be another game where we start it in the morning and we don't stop until I've beaten the entire game. And I could probably beat it in one sitting too, because, I've gotten that. I've played it enough times that I've gotten it down to a speedrun art, basically. And I think the speedrun for that game, all the way through, including post-game story, is like 6 hours now. That would be the day. Well, to be fair, Nintendo games release on Thursdays now. They've started doing that. I don't know if you've noticed, the last few games they've released have all been on Thursdays, including I think Luigi's Mansion. I think that came out yesterday, didn't it? Yeah, Luigi's Mansion came out yesterday. We just have its move tests now. Whenever I can freaking find the Staraptor I want to use. Oh, they're all the same level. I thought this one was stronger. Oh well. We have 40 Air Slash, 40 Brave Bird, 15 Strongs. So not really that much at all. Let me check real quick. 40 Brave Birds, 40 Air Slash, was it? Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've already gone in 100% of the Rules of Skies. So if we did play it on stream again at some point, it would be a just beat the game playthrough and probably whatever else we feel like. It would not be a recruit 'em all, as tempting as it would be for me to do a recruit 'em all. We just play through and do all the content, and not go out of our way to grind out all 492 Pokemon. And let me tell you, Recruit 'em all in old Game Boy DS PMDs is really slow. Oh yeah. If it was, the remake would be Recruit 'em all. Yeah, the Explosive Sky Recruit 'em all. I had Speed Up 4. I used Speed Up the entire time we were in dungeons to like help the spawn rates, and it still took over 100 hours IRL. So, yeah. Oh, goddammit, we missed. Also, some of the Recruit 'em all in Explore the Sky is really painful and tedious. Really? Oh, it's freaking foggy. God damn it. The freaking fog, I swear. Okay, fog's gone. these food tasks shouldn't take too long for Raptor, I don't believe. The main bulk of it was just in there in all the catch tasks and defeat tasks. Oh, I don't know why it was just. Let's see. Oh wait, I could have. Ah, damn! I could have got a strong out of that. That's my bad. I should have got a strong there. Oh yeah, we can do that. I can Brave Bird, take damage, and then I can use a strong style roost in the next fight. Efficiency. Bird. Oh, we're out. Whoopsie. Trying to get a strong style roost in real quick. And we'll heal. I saw part of it. I saw something about a. I can't remember. I read something about you using a treasure paladin. Oh yeah, you said about a Hisuian Electrode. I didn't see what you did with it. I just saw you did something with a Hisuian Electrode that shut it down. I'm assuming you outsped it. And its hero form, and then just nuked it with the grass explosion. Oh, whoopsie, I never healed. Yep, that sounds about right. Perfectly fair enough. Yeah, I didn't have that. So I used a mixture of priority moves. Which thankfully, my, the egg move that my, Palmot came with was Mach Punch, so Iron Fist on that, led to, easy damage. It did like half its HP. Problem was, after that half of its HP, it instantly got one-shot. So I needed to, have a follow-up Pokemon. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm surprised they didn't make that, like, explosion in there. I figured they would. Because in Legends Arceus, Infinite Explosion is the same way, so it's kind of, I don't know, I would have figured that they would have, altered it to be a one-shot to yourself, too. Yeah, that's a lot of base power. Yeah. And I should get one of those. It would be a good way to just get rid of something that annoys me. Yeah, no. And then I got through Surge in like 4 tries or something, 3 tries. See, Sabrina's who gave me some trouble. I actually was so worried because the first, like, 3 tries on Sabrina, I got nowhere. Like, she destroyed me. And then the 4th try, I actually won. I don't know how I did it, but I guess this RNG like, really worked out for me. I just kind of like focused down one of her Pokemon over and over again, and the other one just kind of sat there and did nothing. And I ended up, at the end, her last Pokemon did a lot of damage, but I was just able, but I had so many Pokemon left that I kind of just tanked it and chipped it down. Fair enough. Yeah, that was probably a good idea. That Palafin was a menace. My Azumarill shut down Hurricane Drill pretty heavily. Right, there's the strong moves done. Now it's just a matter of the other moves. Yeah, sometimes that's the best you can do, is just kind of like, just keep going at it, and kind of just like learn her patterns. And like, it wasn't a shut, like, maybe you won't shut them down, but you know that this Pokemon is only really useful for this Pokemon. Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, you mentioned that. That's crazy. I think it might have Dragon Dance, maybe. I think it might have got Dragon Dance off. I think it probably had that. Oh. Oh, yeah, Swim. Ooh. Yeah, it's just Mega Flapple is literally just Gigantamax Flapple, but they put it as a Mega. They tied a Mega Stone to it. That's all it is. Weird. Yeah, well, Hurricane Drill was probably EV trained fully in speed, too. They should be. IVs aren't, because you'll automatically be capped, but EV, you should still have to EV train. How are they not? That doesn't make any sense. EVs are 100% a thing. You can't just auto-max your... No, hold on. No, they 100% are. I think you're getting your IVs and EVs mixed up. IVs will all be capped. You cannot just cap your EVs because you spread them out different ways. And it's... No, hold on. That's not even... That doesn't make sense for minimal grinding, because minimal grinding has nothing to do with EV. Like, minimal grind... What? No, I don't believe you. That doesn't make sense. Alright, if you say so. This doesn't really... It doesn't add up to me. Yes, but the bosses literally have, like, teams designed around their EV spreads. So, that's not just, like, grinding. That's, like, genuinely making the game easier in the first place. Part of the puzzle is getting your EV spread right. Hold on, let me look this up. You. You. Is... Where's men grinding? I don't even see men grinding mode. I see a, one of the NES codes says enables infinite rare candies for easy level ups plus Pomeg bags for easy happiness points. No, I don't know that actually. I don't think that's either. I don't think that's true either, Cyan, because my achievement set literally has like 40 people in the comments complaining that the achievements don't work on minimal grinding mode. And there are achievements tied to hardcore mode, so that doesn't... Yeah, his stats in hardcore. I don't see what in here has anything to do with EVs. Yeah, it doesn't need to say EVs, it just tells you the speed stat. That's the only important one. You know, I'm like 90% sure you have to you have to... I mean, maybe? I don't know, because, like, again... There, I thought... How do you access minimal grinding mode? I thought it was an NES cheat code. Yeah, from the very start of the game. Is it through the NES, or is it just, like... It's not a cheat code. Weird. Cat's screaming at my door. Give me a second. And I open the door and she just stands there. Because of course she does. Oh, good. We'll turn around in 5 minutes and we'll back out again. If even. Oh, did ya? My cat doesn't really use the one we got for her.
Yes. Yeah, she wants to. Hello.
She's at my feet yowling at me. Hey.
On my lap.
Sitting there on the floor, crying at me for attention. Nope, she doesn't want it.
Okay. Okay, you stop complaining.
Well, I'll take your word for it. But yeah, I'm just very confused because from what I've been told, can't use it. But maybe not. Maybe it's just the infinite rare candies thing. What is min grinding mode? What all does that change? Hello. Cool. You're not making a great first impression on the new face.
Oh.
My Arceus buddy is sending me something he apparently secured for tomorrow.
Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Okay. I see an N64, a Super Nintendo, Wii, 360, and a crap ton of games. I see a Mario 64, a Mario Kart, a Mario Party, a Mario Galaxy, a Mario World in there. Lots of Mario.
Oh my god.
He says he's paying $150 for everything.
He knows how to make me jealous.
And the funny thing is, that's really not all that crazy as far as yard sales go. I mean, I don't think this is the yard sale. I think this is just a Facebook marketplace deal, probably. Picking up.
I'm not even a collector and I'm jealous. Yeah. Yeah, he is constantly checking for this stuff. So he's always got something lined up. Yard sales every weekend
Thursday through Sunday. And is always checking Facebook Marketplace for pop-ups. Meanwhile, I'll own a yard sale during the big events. And won't go otherwise. Yes, he does, but hey, that's how you get. Yes, that's how you come home with the good stuff, and how you end up with 4 copies of Pokemon Emerald in one summer last year, which was still insane to me. He found 2 of them in 1 week. I still remember that. He just sent me like, I found the Emerald today, and I'm like, whoa, that's sweet. And then 2 days later, he's like, hey, so I found another Emerald. And I was like, are you kidding me? And then yeah, I bought one of them off of him. He paid, I believe, $1 for his for one of the emeralds, and I paid him $200 for an emerald, a gold, and a ruby together. So he made his money back. You know, to say the least. But yeah, you find a lot of stuff at yard sales for where people just don't know it's worth money. I mean, like, I just found a cool old Transformers from the old Transformers like cartoon from the 80s. I found a vinyl with like the soundtrack for the show at a yard sale like 2 weeks ago. For $1. And yeah, it was just in a stack of random records. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It's also worth like $40. But yeah, people just, a lot of times people just don't know what they have. And it leads to stuff like that, where you go to a yard sale and you find a copy of Pokemon Emerald in the old bag of Game Boy because the lady running the yard sale hasn't touched the stuff since they bought it for their kid back in the early 2000s, and as far as they know, it's just an old toy. They don't know people care about that kind of stuff anymore. Well, a lot of them don't care. A lot of them are just selling it to get rid of it and clean out room. You know, they're just trying to get rid of old junk. They don't want to look at it no more. I mean, I got the sealed Xbox 360 a few weeks back for $40. That was my best find probably for a while. That's like that's a few $100s. Like a sealed 360, an open 360 is pretty freaking valueless and cheap. But a sealed one is worth a lot. You know, there's some guy who just had it in his closet. He bought it at launch and never played it, and he just wanted it gone. So he's like, so he just sold it to me for $40. He's like, he said he thought it was worth around $100, and he was like, I'm just gonna give it to you like for $40 because I just don't want to look at it anymore. So he didn't realize it was actually worth like $400, but you know, I'm not going to correct him on that because then he won't want to sell it to me anymore. He just sent me saying,
The lady who's trying to buy this from has been silent for 10 minutes, though. He's imagining a lot of resellers are probably messaging her, so he hopes she honors the deal and doesn't like sell it to hire to someone else kind of thing. Because that can be a problem sometimes. Someone will go and be like, hey, I'll pay you. I know you've already got this lined up, but I'll give you $20 more than they're paying you. Yeah, that can kind of scum me. Oh, we still have something with Brave Burst to go through. Alright. Almost done with the air slashes now. And then once these are done, we'll be able to fly through the Brave Birds because we can just do the 5, he'll do the 5. It should go fast. Hopefully we should finish off Character right at the end of the stream. I was hoping to get started on Umbreon today, because Umbreon's going to be also a pain, because we have to evolve... How many? I think 4 of them. Oh, 3 of them. Yeah, we have to evolve 3 of them. We have all, oh yeah, we have all 4 Espeons. Yeah, and I also need to catch 3 Eevees. Because I don't think I have 3 low-level ones ready. And a high-level one's gonna be harder because it only will evolve from happiness upon level up, apparently. At least the last ones didn't. Oh, Ursaluna, you're not going after her. Alright. And I really, what, Umbreon is the last evolution, correct? Or, you know, aside from Eevee itself. Yeah. That's what I thought. You really should have done Eevee first. Even if it was shorter, just because it would be hilarious. Alright, we're done with air slashes now. Now to brute force our way through the rest of these Brave Birds. We're just making this Staraptor murder its own kin.
Oh look, we're halfway through the Brave Birds. Annoyingly, we missed one because of the fog, so we're gonna be one off. Oh shit, that was it. That was an air slash. Oh, hi one boy, I didn't even see you there. Alright. Ow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was Flareon second. Yeah, I had a feeling it was me saying it that caused you to do that. Alright, go back and heal. We should probably go over here and try to find an Eevee if we can. Let's see if we can get one to spawn while we're here. It would probably be a good thing to do. We're almost done. Just 11 more Brave Birds. Yes, you've had plenty of time to think on it, so I'm sure you've had it selected and figured out for a while.
That's what yeah, I was gonna say, I figured. There's the cat running out of the room. I knew they wouldn't last long. Just a few more. The Peter was doing the T-Rex approach. Stay as still as possible and hope it can't see you. Alright, one more after this. Alright, it took literally the entire stream. But this should be the end of, Star After. Yeah. Alright. Ooh, that was a lot of stuff. That was a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I figured that was going to be a nice, quick, and easy one. Not yet. We had to turn it in first. There we go. Now I'll update the perfect tracker. 74. And cool, you can submit. While I go and pull up my Pokedex thing on here. We're making very good work of the first box of 30, by the way. We're only missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokemon now, and one of those 8 is Umbreon. Azelf cause explosions. Alright. Sounds good. That should be an entertaining one. Alright. Return to the village. Let's head back. We've only got 10 minutes left in the stream. I'm just gonna probably just head back and start sorting out the box, I think. I don't think there's much point in trying to start Umbreon with 10 minutes left. When we don't, it's not even move tasks, it's all, like, we've already done Umbreon's move tasks. All we had to do is evolve 3 of them. Which might not take long, or it could take freaking an hour, for all we know, because Espeon was really difficult. But yeah, we'll see. Let's go sort out these boxes real quick. And put this damn Star Raptor away. Alright, thank you, cool. So move our, oh, jeez, I need to... Oh, we gotta sort out our boxes. Like, actually sort out our boxes. Alright, let me grab one of these. Get here. Grab one of these. Oh, they're all alphas. Take here. Spectre's there. Grab this one. I want this one for 2. This is actually for a purpose, by the way. Just for, so I have this performs, put aside extras of them for the living decks. Alright. So... They're all alphas, so... That's an alpha. Those EVs are not worth using for the Umbreons because they're too high level. That'll work. There's a level 6 one right there. God, we caught so many Mantiques and Mantines. Alright, release all the Pokemon.
if we move this Eevee. I'm gonna sit down and do the glitch at some point again soon. We're running out of room for alphas. Alright, this Eevee can get put over, we still have an evolved box. We do, but it's a little, barren. Take it there. Alright. Yeah, exactly. We're already done all the moves, so we're using other EVs. Alright. Just go check for our best friend real quick. No, he's not restocked. Damn. It was worth a try. Alright. Well, that's going to be all from me. So, we're going to leave you guys with an excited Umbreon who wants to see us do other things. But yes, that will be all from me. And I will be back here tomorrow with some more Legend Arceus. And we will finally do Umbreon. Yeah, she is very excited. Which I don't blame her. We've been keeping this from her for freaking weeks. Yep, that's pretty much how tomorrow will go. But alrighty. I will see you guys then. Have a good night.